Hi everybody. I was feeling hungry and I thought maybe we could all have a picnic snack together. I'm so used to having snack with my friends and I was missing you today when it was time to eat. So I opened up my cupboard and I went looking for some of our favorite foods. But you know what? I was really disappointed. I didn't have any goldfish at my house right now. We can only go to the grocery store sometimes and not as often as I used to. And so now I don't have some of my favorite foods in the house and it makes me feel a little disappointed. But I looked really hard and I found some things that I decided were actually pretty tasty. I found some Triscuit crackers. I already had a nibble. And they're so yummy. They're kind of salty and they're not quite the same as goldfish crackers, but they made me feel happy anyway, and I think they'll make my tummy feel better. And I also found some strawberries in my fridge, and I have to eat those guys up soon because they're starting to get a little bit soft. Same with my blueberries, but they're still delicious. I also found an orange. Oranges keep really well, so I have lots of those in my fridge right now. And we've been doing a lot of baking at my house. And we made some itty bitty mini cranberry apple muffins last week, and I wanted to eat them up because they're so good. And since I couldn't find goldfish, which are my favorite cracker, of course, I decided I would get my favorite mug and I would fill it up with my favorite drink. And I came outside and we'll have a little picnic snack together. I thought while we eat, or while you eat, I could read you a story. It's all about my friend, Franklin. Franklin the turtle. He's a pretty nifty guy. Sometimes I get to watch Franklin on TV and it always makes me very happy. But you know what? Today Franklin's not having a very good day. I wonder, maybe he couldn't find his goldfish crackers either. This story is called Franklin's Bad Day, and it's written by Paulette Bourgeois, and it's illustrated by Brenda Clark. Franklin loved to play outside in winter. He could skate forwards and backwards, and he liked to catch snowflakes on his tongue and make angels in the snow. Remember when we used to always catch snowflakes on our tongue when we played outside in the yard? We used to sing a song and wait for them to fall. That was a lot of fun. I like thinking about those times. But today was different. Franklin was having a very bad day. He doesn't look very happy. He kind of looks disappointed or sad. His face looks kind of heavy and he looks like he's feeling down. He's looking at his feet. It started in the morning. Franklin was grumpy when he woke up. Now that is a grouchy face, teased his father. Yes, it is, said Franklin, and he crossed his arms and frowned. Grouchy is another word for angry or mad. Can you guys show me your grouchy face? Sometimes when I'm grouchy, my eyes get all squishy. My mouth gets all smushy. And I cross my arms. And I just feel all tight inside and just kind of like I might growl. And that makes me think grouchy or grumpy or angry or mad. Yes, it is, said Franklin. It is a grouchy face. And he crossed his arms and he frowned. Would you like a nice breakfast? Asked his mother. No, said Franklin. But Franklin's mother made him breakfast anyway. Franklin stared out the window. Heavy gray clouds pushed across the sky. It's even a bad day outside, grumbled Franklin. He picked at his food. Lucky for us, it's not a bad day outside today, is it? It's beautiful. The sun is shining. I can hear the birds. It's going to be a great day, I think. For the rest of the morning, nothing went right. Franklin knocked over his juice and he broke his favorite cup. Oh, I'd be so disappointed if I broke my favorite cup. I love that cup. He couldn't find his marbles. And then the last piece of his puzzle was missing. Franklin slammed the door and he stomped his feet. You seem awfully cranky, said his mother. I am not, shouted Franklin. Do you think Franklin's kind of cranky? I feel like he's feeling a little cranky. He's got lots of big feelings inside him today. It sounds like he's having a hard time figuring out how to tell someone what he's really feeling. Just then, Bear knocked on the door, and Franklin peeked out. Do you want to come and make a snowman or ride on my sled? Asked Bear. Franklin sighed. I don't want to do anything. Come on, said Bear. Please, I want to play with you. Fresh air will do you some good, said Franklin's parents. Out you go. So they handed Franklin his hat and his mittens. He pouted as he bundled up and went outside. Remember when we used to have to wear a hat and mittens and snow pants and boots to go outside? Now we can go outside almost in our t-shirt. I have my sweater on, but I'm actually feeling a little warm. The weather is changing and spring is coming. Lucky for us. We get lots of time to spend outside. The two friends walked along the path near Otter's house. Let's ask Otter to come, said Bear. Franklin gave Bear a puzzled look. A puzzled look is a look that you can give someone when you feel confused. Feeling puzzled is another word for feeling confused. When I'm confused, sometimes I sort of shrug my shoulders or lift up my arms. Sometimes I scrunch up my nose a little bit or my forehead. That's what Franklin's feeling right now. He feels confused that Bear said, let's invite Otter to come with us. Oh, said Bear sadly, I forgot. Otter moved away the other day. Franklin and Bear didn't talk all the way to the hill. You know what? Franklin doesn't look grumpy anymore. Franklin and Bear both look kind of sad, actually. When I feel sad, my lip gets kind of heavy. My eyes feel kind of droopy, and I look down a lot, and my shoulders get all smushy and heavy, and my whole body just kind of feels slow and sluggish and not good. Franklin kneeled at the front of the sled, and Bear sat behind him. Bear gave a push. Let's go, he shouted. The sled glided halfway down the slope, and then it stopped. They had landed on a bare patch of grass. Ugh, wailed Franklin. This is a terrible day. Even this sledding doesn't work. Wow, that sounds frustrated to me. Frustrated is sometimes sort of a mix of feeling sad and angry all at the same time. And that's what Franklin sounds like to me. The hill was no fun, so Beaver suggested maybe they head over to the pond. When they arrived, the pond was all roped off, and Mr. Mole warned there was no skating today because the ice was too thin. Franklin lost his temper. This is my worstest day ever! There's no such thing as the word worstest, said Beaver. Well, there is for me, said Franklin. I'm leaving. Boy, oh boy. Franklin really is having a bad day. He has so many big feelings inside him today. I wonder if we're going to find out why. Well, Franklin stormed home. He threw his skates and his slushy, mushy mittens on the floor. Please pick up your things, asked his mother. No, he yelled. Is it okay to yell at your mom and dad? Not really. That's not very polite. It's pretty rude. Very bold. Franklin got sent to his room. Sometimes that happens when we lose our temper. Sometimes we need a cool down period. Franklin was so furious, that's another word for angry and mad, that he kicked over his castle. Franklin's father came running to see what the crash was. What is going on in here? Franklin lay down on the floor and cried. Don't worry, said his father. We can build another castle. But I made that castle with Otter, and she's not here anymore. I can't play with her, cried Franklin. Oh no, Franklin is sad. He's crying. There are even some tears. Can you guys show me your sad face? When I'm sad, remember the lip. Sometimes I rub my eyes because I'm so sad. Often I make really funny noises like Poor Franklin is feeling all of these big feelings today. I hope he takes some time to talk to his daddy and explain why he feels that way. Oh, said Franklin's dad. Now I understand. You're mad and you're sad because your friend moved away and you can't play together anymore. Franklin nodded. And you miss her a lot, said his father. I sure do, said Franklin in a small voice. They hugged each other for a very long time. Otter and I did lots of things together, said Franklin, and now we can't. But you can still be friends, said Franklin's father. You can share your feelings. You can call each other on the telephone, or have a video chat, or write to each other. Maybe draw some pictures. Franklin thought for a moment. Do we have an envelope and some stamps? Asked Franklin. Franklin spent the rest of the day making a scrapbook for Otter. That means he drew lots of pictures of them together in a book. He filled it with pictures and drawings of all of the two friends together, and near the back, Franklin put a dozen envelopes, and he printed his address on each one, and then he wrote, "Please write to me so we can stay friends forever." As he walked to the mailbox, Franklin felt a lot better. Snow was falling, and it was getting cold enough for the pond to freeze. Franklin had a feeling that tomorrow would be a good day. Sometimes we all feel a lot of different feelings. I know that right now I can't play with my friends, and that makes me feel a little bit sad and a little bit frustrated and a little bit angry, because boy oh boy do I miss sitting down and doing puzzles with everyone and reading stories. But I'm finding ways to feel like I still get to play with you a little bit. Sometimes we have snack together. Sometimes we read stories together. And sometimes we have circle. And that makes me feel like we're still getting a chance to spend some time together. If there's anyone you're missing, you can always talk to your mommy and daddy and find a way to stay in touch with them. Video chats work very well. Sending pictures, talking on the telephone. These are all ways that I'm trying to stay in touch with my friends, and sending videos to you guys. I miss you very much. I can't wait to see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.